and welcome back to another episode of a gaming podcast, episode 145. I had to make sure it is 145. Yes, because last week was a game. Okay, perfect. 145.
We got it.
Bruce, how you doing? We'll believe it, you know. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Not as excited for the topic that we're going to get into, but we'll get into. I will say for our listeners and for the people watching, I can officially confirm that I have Marvel's Wolverine. I've got my hands on with the game.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We won. We
did
won. Caboose has it. We won.
But yeah, so I have the full game. I can't really say anything else beyond that. We had the title screen for it. But I mean, a lot of people have already gotten to see that from even the hands-on preview that we did a few weeks ago. But what I will mention is the full review will be allowed to be posted on September 10th at 8 a.m. Pacific, which is 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll have a review up here on the gaming podcast. So make sure, subscribe, follow us, get those notifications on, and stay tuned because we're going to have a lot to talk about with Wolverine in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. And make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for all the Wolverine and upcoming news as well, especially that as of right now of this recording, our Gears of War campaign has went up. Riley and Steve Vigvari actually played it ahead of time. So when they announced it at Gamescom, which was happily displayed here, was because at the beginning of the show, I must say, was a little rough here. And I must with Jeff's show, it's for this Gamescom show, I always thought Gamescom was meant to be like, all right, summertime's over, boys and girls. It's time to get back to work. September's around the corner, big releases. October, big releases. November. Give us a little, and then maybe a little sneak peek into next year. But there's so much gotcha games here, and the game, it started off with Nondis followed by Horrorverse. As soon as I saw Horrorverse, I'm like, I lost interest. I don't care what you're showing me here. And then this the follow with Rainbow Six Tactics. I'm like, what are we doing? Jeff, the show started, right? What's going on here? And then that's where Gears came in, showed off a nice little gameplay. Sure. Followed by Anata, which is like a Spider-Man anime-esque.
It's like an everything game. It's just like, you can do all of it.
Here's everything that we stole from everyone in one game.
Legit.
Yeah, it's crazy. With a nice little snippet of Silent Hill Townfall. Excited for that game. They showed off who's the voice actors, or at least the actors in the game. Sure. And then, of course, a Plague Tale Resonance is coming out in 2 days. Super excited for that game. I love that series.
What's surprising is that became a franchise, by the way.
Yeah.
I was not ever expecting that we would get a trilogy of games out of a Plague Tale.
Well, this is a spin-off because she was a side character in the second game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Honestly,
she's not like the main, because it was the brother and the sister.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Rat Boy.
A game that was about the rats. It's all of a sudden become this big franchise. So I'm surprised.
Absolutely. And then Sea of Remnants is like that. It's a puppet looking game. That's like a RPG game. But then there's another gotcha. I feel like it's another gotcha game that just throws here's a million things you could do in this game as well. So. One big surprise was Crimson Desert was enhanced version. I'm like, did you just come out 6 months ago? What are you enhanced? So apparently they're adding some more DLC. They redid the voice actors. I guess people weren't happy with the voice actors in the game, so they redid all that stuff. Tides of Annihilation. The girl who did Grace in Resident Evil, she's now the voice actress for this game, because before it was Jennifer English, but she had to pull out of it.
Oh, okay.
So this is another game that's coming from the Asian market. That this game, you look at it, you're like, there's no way this is running on any console. There's no way. I don't even think my computer can even handle this whatsoever. Right. But yeah, it looks cool, but I feel I gotta see how it looks. There was even some rough parts in the game where they're like, here's the game introduction, and then it was running at 10 frames. I'm like, this is not ready whatsoever. So
yeah, I don't know how sometimes these studios have a presentation or something ready for these shows, and it comes out like that.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I feel like at a certain point, like if you just don't have something ready, you should just pull out. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't have that footage in the game.
yeah, it's just so damaging to your game, and like first impressions are everything, right? So a lot of people are just gonna know this game now for what they've seen. You know?
Yeah, and I'm glad you say first impressions are everything, because I wish Jeff kind of took that to heart, for a moment there, because like once again from the beginning of the show, you're just like, oh my god, what are we in for? And then there was a game that I think it was from a European developer. He gave him the spotlight. That was Loft Song. Kind of gave me a little vibes of Journey a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it was a cool looking game. Mega Man. Very excited for Mega Man.
Awesome.
Looks very awesome. I wasn't sure if that boss was the one that they had a contest where they had people design different like bosses. And I don't know if that one was the one that won. I'm not too sure.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah, so they had like a huge contest, and then they had people like vote on like the last 3, but I think like they could just be like, yeah, this one won because this is our contest, so we're not gonna tell you who actually won. Rayman stories, Rayman story retold. Basically the Wii U game redone once again. This is honestly for Ubisoft, this is very smart for them to do, just to like remake, remaster games that people will love. And add little sprinkles here and there. So they added the Macarena song to it. They always have MC Hammer song in this game. On top of that, believe it or not, PUBG is back. Caboose, I can't believe it myself. This one was called DeadNet. I was looking at it, we're like, this is like PUBG a little bit, and turned out to be PUBG. But once again, these were the commercial hours, because then Once Human is now on consoles. This is literally the whole rundown of the show right here, followed by Control Residence. Super excited for this game. This is probably the best trailer they had. Like this one, I'm like, I want this game now.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, for me, Remedy, they're such a talented studio. Alan Wake 2 it's genuinely one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And in terms of the survival horror like genre, I think it's like top 5 ever made. And I really Control, the first one, like I remember thinking like there's a solid foundation here, right? Like really interesting ideas, the gameplay's solid, but a lot of like story and a lot of what you would really want to like sink your teeth into is locked behind like lore and behind like collectibles. And so like it ends up kind of being really confusing and muddled. I think this game has a bit more focus. I think this is a Remedy that we're seeing that's more in line from what we got out of them with Alan Wake. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do here. And I mean, on the gameplay front, again, it does look like they are cooking here. It looks like so much fun. It looks really creative. And I think what's awesome too is it looks completely different from the first game, right? So this is one of those things where even if you're jumping in for the first time to the franchise, you're getting a whole new experience. It isn't necessarily going to be something that builds off of the last one. It's all like really looks like it's built from the ground up. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with this here. And I'm also just wondering, as the Alan Wake fan, how what are the little Easter eggs? How are they tying all that
100%,
in?
100%.
And yo, get Remedy on board for a Doctor Strange game.
Yes.
Like they.
Oh my god, that would be amazing! You just like unlock like something in my head. I'm like, oh my god, I can see it. That's like, crazy.
They have such an eye for that visual style, and as well like the trippiness that you get out of something like a Doctor Strange, and especially Control Resonant with the way that you're running on the walls and kind of like changing the environment on the fly is so sick and would fit really cool for Doctor Strange. So make it happen, Marvel.
I love that idea. We're definitely putting it out in the universe. That's absolutely amazing. I agree with Control. Control, like I would find with Control for me was more of like a this is what we could do with graphics now spectacle, because this is when like the 30 series cards were coming out. And this is like the new, I feel like this is like the new generation of gaming, because like your gun was like pulsing. It will change shapes on the fly, and like you're flying in the sky and everything. Like
there's great environmental work in Control.
Absolutely. Now they can like, after they mastered that, they're like, okay, let's go outside, because you didn't really go outside in Control 1. That's so true. So very, very excited for that one. We got another Don Walker trailer That's coming out in a couple days. I'm excited for that game. You know,
I'm interested.
Nice little vampire game. It has my interest. Game of Thrones. I totally forgot we saw this game a couple years ago, and people were excited for it. Then they realized it was like a MMO like style or like XCOM style of game for the Game of Thrones.
You heard the collective groan in the audience.
Yeah, you're like, oh god, all right.
You know what? Like, I understand that there's always an audience for games like this. I don't want to harp on it too much. I know that there's people out there that play games like these and are very excited that they'll get that kind of game, but with Game of Thrones. But I think we are like so long overdue for like a good old fashioned AAA like RPG open world type Game of Thrones game. You know, like this IP has been, I feel, completely underutilized. There is a potential there that just hasn't been tapped into for whatever reason. And like, and it's weird because it's like, just make a game out of one of the books. Like we don't need to invent new material. You know, like
you have all the stuff. The story's completed.
Like, it's the same. Like, okay, we're gonna talk about it in a little bit, but like Witcher, like those are books. Just make the games out of those books.
Yeah, exactly. And then just wait it out. You know, the book, you don't have to wait anymore. It's
seriously
done.
Yeah. So crazy. I don't know.
Crazy to me. Then we had Dust Origins. Honestly, right now, can't remember what that game is. I'm so sorry, Dust Origins. Don't even remember. But there he is. Because what threw me off was what happened Dust Origins. They had a random Gamescom promotion, and then poor Shots comes up, be like, Gamescom's officially open. Welcome everyone. I'm like, shouldn't you have played this at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, what?
Like people are not gonna leave mid-show. Oh, it's open now. It's not only that, they're 10 hours ahead of us, or 7 hours or whatever how many hours there are. It's like it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. No one's going to any conventions now. They're gonna be starting tomorrow. So like, why did you have this random? It's Gamescom. It's now open. So like that totally threw me off. So
yeah, I know it was stuff like this where I was like, is that not like a start of the show sort of thing? Like hey, welcome to Gamescom. Like, I don't know. It is little things like this. I mean, if we're talking about the show in general, I will say, I think overall in the last couple of years, Opening Night Live has always been like, you know, that third kid where it's just like, hey, you know what I mean?
Because I'm off to college, and sorry, baby brother, I can't be there for you.
No, like Summer Game Fest is that the youngest child, right? That's the one that gets care, the care, right? The love and gets babied. The Game Awards is the eldest. You know, they have the word. They have the law.
We get everything
over everyone. And Opening Night Live is unfortunately just that middle child that nobody cares
about. No one really cares. You know,
it's really tough. Like I don't know. I think doing 3 big game shows in the year, you really do start to see that like now you just kind of have to set expectations for at least one of them, because you can only have so many huge, massive, earth-shattering reveals in a 3-hour or 2-hour show, and you can only do that so many times in 1 year.
Well, especially that it's so close to Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just 2 months away.
Very far separated.
And like so one of them we're gonna talk about as well is with Final Fantasy. I was debating like, did we really need Final Fantasy announcement today? Because this trailer just looks like they just added a couple more things.
Yeah, I agree.
Summer Game Fest trailer.
Not something that. And, you know, the Summer Game Fest one was so huge because it was like the first time we got to see it, right? So there was that excitement. But yeah, I mean...
And we're going to see it again in November.
I know. It's tough. It's again, like, I think Opening Night Live has slowly, I've started to understand, become that kind of middle show where it's just, don't expect anything too big out of it. But there are some fun announcements. There will be some things for people to get excited about. It's just not going to be nearly on the level of Summer Game Fest or the Game Awards.
Yeah.
And yeah, we definitely saw that in spades this time. I think last year they had some big reveals. They ended off with quite a bang.
Yeah.
Whereas this year, like, the pacing of the show was a little all over the place. The types of games that they were showing were a little samey. There are a couple of standouts though, honestly. And I know we're scrolling through a lot of the games, right? We're pretty much coming up on what was probably my favorite game that was shown from this show, and that's Warlock.
Oh no,
which is like
I
the
was gonna say
Dungeons and
Exodus.
Dragons game,
You
right?
miss Exodus.
Did we miss Exodus? Okay, hold on. Let's get into Exodus first.
Because Exodus with the Hitman's squid. They're
Yes.
like, I want my money. Give my money.
Yeah, you know, Exodus looks pretty solid as well. I won't lie. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't
got
know.
like a Mass Effect-y style.
Yes.
And I think it's even made by some ex-Mass Effects developers
And
as
you
well.
can absolutely see why, right? Like when you watch the gameplay and when you even just see the structure of it, you very much get those Mass Effect vibes. It's got that level of weirdness too, which like you can appreciate, right? Like the squid is definitely a weird one.
Just give me my money. That's all I want, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, definitely a different looking game. I'm intrigued to see more and to get a better idea about what we're really doing in this game.
Absolutely.
But then I mean,
continue
Warlock
with Warlock. Absolutely, I agree with you. This one I was like, oh, this is a big highlight.
Yeah, really, really cool, honestly. Like very
Dragon Age style of vibes,
concept.
you know.
Yeah, honestly, the gameplay, the different things you can do with your magic, the way that everything just seems so involved, which I'm really excited about. Like pulling the sword out of that enemy, I thought was so sick.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great moments in the gameplay that I was really impressed by and looked to be really innovative and new, like something that we just haven't experienced before. And this was like, when we saw this game, I was like, this is the kind of stuff that I was really hoping to get a good look at out of opening night live. So like, I'll give the show points for something like this. And yeah, it looks really interesting. We're using the Dungeons and Dragons IP. So I imagine there's going to be a lot that you can do in this game, choices to be made. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But I really dug that first look that we got. I was very much into it.
Absolutely, and we found out that one of the voice actors is Maggie Robinson from Resident Evil, Lady Demetress, and just over and then on top of that, it's a Canadian studio as well. So I'm sure some magic cards will be coming out of this set for this game. On top of that, so I'm sure Steve Saylor will be very excited for that down the road. But like, no, the game looked really, really cool. Like you mentioned, with the pulling the weapons out of an enemy or tossing around or just holding, and you see two enemies fighting each other. You hold one of them so the other guy could just smack the other enemy for you and everything. It was really, really well done. So, and then we had a 1001 Threads of Mizan. I think this is like Aladdin style of game.
Yeah. So definitely like Aladdin, but darker, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if it's a co-op game, because there were two other people joining with you. So I don't know if it's like a co-op style of game that that people are going to be joining along with you on top of that. So
yeah, but honestly, that one looked pretty interesting too. Love the magic carpets and them flying around. But also
everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. I really
thought it was interesting, like this corner of like mythology and like, you know, culture, right? Like I found it very interesting for that reason. So I'm slightly looking forward to that one. I wouldn't say I was like going crazy excited for it, but it was one of those in a sea of gacha games and anime games that we were getting throughout this show. This was definitely one that really caught my eye in comparison. Yeah,
because since you said anime game, Silver Palace was another anime gacha game once again. I think that was another Horrorverse game.
It won't even mean anything. I was just like,
I just like, all right, it's the commercial part, because follow up by that was Monster Hunter Outlanders as well. And then follow up by that was Metro 2039. And first of all, like with everything that is still going on in the Ukraine, you can tell this is something that's very near and dear to them, on top of just putting, like, you know, their experiences of what's going on in their country. Right. But not only that, to be able to do this while that is going on is
it's remarkable.
Like, kudos. It's remarkable, honestly.
Yeah. I agree with you. Honestly, it's like, I don't know if Metro 2039 is going to be my game, but the fact that it exists, the fact that they got to make it, the fact that, like you said, they are as passionate as they are about it, it is the reason why video games are just such a special art form, man. Like I give nothing but props to this team for being able to be there on that stage, to talk about this game, to share that passion with the audience, with the people watching at home, and to let them know that despite everything that's happening and despite their current situation, they still want to deliver something that is engaging, something that is interesting, something that has a voice, like this game has something to say. And I think that's really cool, man. Video games are art. And I'm really glad that these guys, considering everything that's happening in their country, were able to deliver or were able to showcase a little bit of that art during this show.
Absolutely. Well said. And following that was another gacha game, Aeons. That's just not for me. I'm sorry. If it's for you, I'm happy for you. But if these games, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to use the bathroom or to make another beverage.
And the Hitman DLC too.
The Hitman
taking
DLC.
Down Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg this time. So we've taken down Eminem. We've taken down Mila Jokovic as well. This Lenny Kravitz was the one, I think, as well.
Lenny Kravitz is the villain.
Kravitz is 007. It's blending together now.
Oh yeah.
Oh exactly. My god. Then we got Petite Planet, of course, another gacha game. Eugenics is coming out of consoles, and they had a lovely performance right there. So that was something.
Pretty crazy one. Yeah.
Crazy one. Alien Fireteam Elite 2 is out today as of this recording. So if you were listening to this on the day the releases, it came out yesterday. Go pick it up, and it's also coming to the Switch too in September. Then there was another. I think it was like a Japanese style game, but it was something American Story. I lost the title of it, but like at one point she was running with a flag, the American flag, and just beating up people. It kind of reminded me of the Lollipop Chainsaw a little bit, because she was beating up people with and everything. So that was the game there. There was also Road Kings. Kind of remind me of like the truck drivers going through like the icy part of a highway, and they're like, is this guy gonna make it? So is that style of game on top of that? Rock Band is back, but it's not Rock Band. It's Stage Tour. So that was another one.
Wait, hold on. Did I miss this announcement?
The stage. It's not Rock Band. It's called Stage Tour.
But is it like Rock Band?
It's literally Rock Band.
And so like, oh my god!
Music. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I missed this. Okay,
see, all the gacha games threw you off.
This doesn't look very good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
It's all about the music that has all the music in there. So
I mean,
it's
like
literally
it's
Rock
a new
Band.
Rock Band type game, but like, these visuals are rough, dude.
They're a little rough. They're definitely rough.
Like I'm looking at Guitar Hero 2. But you know what? Like a new drum kit would be really nice to get a hold of. Dude, I love these kinds of games. I'm such a sucker for them. So like, yeah, the visuals don't look great, and I'm not 100% sure about how everything looks, but
as long as the gameplay
plays and feels exactly like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, then it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Like none of it matters. So I'm hoping that that's what we're gonna get out of it at the very least. Because then I'll be a very happy man.
And there's a lot of songs they announced. Like it was kind of amazing how many songs they got, which I would imagine now these days is probably a little bit easier to get like to do a game like this on like how it was back then, where like music was still restrictive. Like, you're doing what with our songs again?
Damn, sorry, that comes out December. Oh man, I'm just gonna.
There you go.
Just gonna have to get it.
We got them, folks. We got them. Look at that. We got one sale.
That drum kit looks very clean, man. Like that. I want it. Okay.
I just want the drum kit.
That's it. Like I because it's my Rock Band drum kit is so busted and beaten, and it's just none of it's the same. Oh man, and it's freaking expensive.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So, but the thing is, they got time to clean up the visuals. So they got time.
Yeah, and you know what? Like again, I don't. At the end of the day, the visuals don't really matter to me as long as the guitars work well and everything's like, as long as it plays.
It gives you that same feeling.
I just want the feeling. Yeah. Oh my god! I think the more that I look at it, the more excited I get.
There you go. We got him.
It's another.
I can't believe you didn't see that announcement. You're like, wait, what? There's another. I'm like, there's another Rock Band.
Totally missed this, and I'm just like. I don't know. My first initial gut reaction was but now I'm like, I think I'm in.
There we go. We got him.
I want I want those pro drums. Okay. Okay.
One game that got me was Crazy Taxi. I'm super excited for Crazy Taxi. They're all exactly offsprings, and all the old characters are back as well. They only showed Axel for one, but all the original characters are back. So that was another announcement, and they're gonna have a closed beta network test next month as well. You can sign up for it, so make sure you sign up for it now. Turok Origins got another trailer. That game's not coming out until next year. I don't know why I thought it was coming out this year for some reason, but that's not coming out until next year. And then if you like shooters, if you're a big fan of shooters, well, I got a game for you, Gravehounds, except that you're dogs.
Yeah. This is another weird one. I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah. I always wonder like about games that like, wow, this game is such a really good shooter, top notch. But then the art style, you're like, oh, it kind of puts me off and everything, you know? So
yeah, I don't know. I agree. The art style is a little weird. The art direction in general as well is a little weird. So I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah. Next was Lego Skylines. People got really excited for that. In the crowd, at least, I don't know, they were cheering. I don't know, unless Jeff is pumping noise like WWE.
No, honestly, like the Gamescom crowd, and as well, like I think we often forget like the kind of bubble that we live in, right? Like this, like AAA games and like third-person shooters and action adventure games, like that's like one corner of a market, right? Yeah. I've gone to Gamescom twice. One of the biggest booths that they have on the show floor is for Farming Simulator. And it's a giant tractor.
That's crazy.
It's a giant tractor. And I've also heard that like esports for that sort of stuff is massive in a place like Germany and in Europe in general. And so it's just what, like, you really don't realize the kind of market there is for these kinds of games that the average consumer, especially on the US side or North America side, that will look at it and go, oh, that's just so stupid. Why would I ever play? Like, they have huge audiences, huge, you know,
makes
like
sense.
you're talking about PUBG, right? That for all intents and purposes, for a lot of people, they think it's just a dead game. Yeah, it has such a massive audience. Still,
it makes millions and millions.
A massive audience. PUBG Mobile is humongous.
Crazy.
It's humongous. So you don't realize how many different versions or how many different markets there are for different kinds of games out there. And so, yeah, a lot of these games, like when you see the Gamescom crowd like cheering it on, it may seem like, oh, maybe they hired a bunch of people in the front row to cheer real loud. Yeah. No, man, there's
Apple
totally
crowd, all the Apple employees, you better clap when I announce a game. All right.
Yeah, no, there's totally a market for these kinds of games that might not necessarily interest us. For the folks down in Germany and just in Europe.
Well, I'm sure Transport Fever 3 is one of them, that train game. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was another one that was announced.
You're joking. I don't know if you're joking or not. But
no, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I know there's some games out there that like devs here in North America will dream to get like at least 10%.
Oh yeah,
of it, you know. So, but you know, Transport Fever 3 was announced. Never even knew there was a 2 or 1 of that game.
Me neither.
One thing that I forgot, and I think this was a part of. I may have just forgot to write it down because I think I was just downloading it. But Onimusha has a new extended demo, which is kind of crazy to extend demo for a game that's coming out next week. Yeah. But this demo, you actually get to play the Switch 2 version finally, because the first one didn't have the Switch 2. So they extended that demo, and this game looks crazy. Because at one point he's kind of transforming, and I'm like, what is happening in this game that I need more of? So coming out next week. I'm sure some reviews will be coming out very soon. And then there was another game that came out, and I totally missed out for it, but I know Behavior Entertainment was the people who did like Dead by Daylight. They were a part of it. Can't remember that game, so I do apologize. I'll try to find out what that one is. Path of Exile 2, full release. To be honest, I thought that game was out already, but 1.0 is officially out. I have some people who love Path of Exile, play it every day. Yeah, so I'm sure they're very, very excited for that. There's a remaster of Heroes of the Might and Magic 3. I never heard this game. It's from 1999. Don't remember, but people were excited. People were happy. Then there was like a cyberpunk looking
Cyberpunk 2088.
Right? Noah. I was like, is this cyberpunk? Like, has the technology became so easy for people to recreate their own cyberpunk? It's literally just cyberpunk.
I mean, yeah, like we'll see it. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay looks solid.
Yeah.
It's but I sometimes I see a game like this and I'm like,
yeah,
that's just shameless.
Yeah.
It's just not even trying to be its own thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it just down to even like the key art they showed at the end. I was like, that's just cyberpunk.
Yeah.
With a different guy. Like
the guy, he's a gardener or something like that.
Like, are we being for real? Like, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
Then there was a four-team tactical hero arena game called Project Zeta. That was announced on top, and then there was Cinder City. Don't know what that was either.
Yeah, creepy looking game. Honestly.
Creepy looking game.
No idea what to expect out of that.
Exactly, as well as Ontos. Ontos was another
creepy looking game.
Yeah, so it was like back-to-back creepy looking games, and that one was published by Kepler. So if you're a Kepler fan, keep on the lookout for that because they've been cooking with some games. Kepler.
Yeah.
Pony Island 3, was it? Pony Island something?
Pony Island 2. Hold on, I got the name here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Coming out April 27th, by the way, next year. I think it's Pony Island 2. Where is the name? Panda Circus.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Literally can't wait.
Cannot wait for that game. I know you're super excited for Biomutant 2. I mean, Zoopunk.
More animals.
More animals. You know, just more animals. Zoopunk game coming out. And then there's this game, I'm tired of seeing it. This game needs to come out already so I don't have to see it ever again because every time it's the same song. Last time they had the actual band playing for like a good 5 minutes, and that is there are no ghosts at the Grand. I am tired of seeing about this game. Just release it. Well, I don't want to see it ever again.
A power washer simulator type.
Yeah, it's a power wash, and the ghost is like coming back, and like it's like almost like an unsolved mystery you're trying to do as well. Just release the game, please.
Yeah.
Rocco Kingdom is another one that came out. Yeah, that's right. The Defiant. Don't remember what that one was. Terria.
Yeah, the Defiant. I'm just kind of scrolling through all of Gamescom now. It just looked like it was just a war game. Not much more to besides.
That's right.
Trailer.
Yeah. And then there was also Terria, I think it was called.
Yeah, this one looks pretty solid. Like, I'm not usually into these top-down games, but visually looked really nice. The animations look very clean.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating on it, honestly. That looked pretty solid. Yeah, Teray the Unbound, I think is the name.
Yeah.
So that looks pretty cool. And then we got High Guard 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like or die. That's right. Like or die.
I will say, like, some interesting mechanics and ideas.
I forgot about High Guard. I was like, oh my god, did he bring it back?
This is the thing, right? Is like there are some really hype trailers and some really interesting games that they showed off throughout the show. It's just towards the end of the show, it was just kind of like, let's just throw whatever, let's just get to the end. And it just really kills the excitement and it kills the anticipation. And I'll also say, from an entire show perspective, I think what was a little frustrating this time around is that Keeley wasn't keeping anything under wraps. Really. No. He was just like, here's the layout of the show. Like at the top of the show, they were like, here's what we're going to show you guys today. Here's what you can expect to see. And it was just pretty much that. Mm-hmm. There is a major surprise. And it's a bigger surprise than I thought it was going to be. But it wasn't enough for me to go, holy shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't quite, I think, what a lot of people hope out of these shows. Event, but I mean, I know to get into next, I mean, Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy. Right? Like we're all gonna play it. We're all excited.
And like you said,
we just saw it.
You know? So it's cool to see it again, I guess. Like I know that a lot of people are gonna be really excited. And like, hey, shout outs to those people because there are some games out there that you have to wait so long in between marketing beats. So at the very least, like 2 months from Summer Game Fest to this, get to see some more of the game. And then they're going to be more showing. There'll be more shown in November, you mentioned, right? So
Oh yeah, 100% he's coming back. Like I don't think Hamaguchi's song needed to fly out there. It's just been like, here's a trailer.
yeah.
You
But
know.
then there was that one more thing, right?
This one more thing is pretty big. I would not. You can't deny it.
I feel like you can't. Yeah.
Like because The Witcher 3, which already had an enhancement version that came out for the current consoles, is getting another enhancement, and then you're getting like they had so many improvements to it. It was literally scrolling. They're like, and more, and like added like DLS, this stuff, this. I'm like, I can't read all this stuff.
It's so weird because they're calling it a remaster, but this is like basically a remake.
Yeah.
Like for all intents and purposes, like maybe it's not a remake in the sense that like those remakes are that usually are ground up redoing the game or remaking the game. But it's implementing a ton of new features, new takedowns. It's improving like quality of life stuff. The visuals obviously getting a major upgrade. All sorts of stuff on that front technologically are getting an upgrade. And yeah, like for somebody who felt that the onboarding in The Witcher 3 was a little difficult to get into, considering I was so late to the game.
Yeah.
And I'm just so used to a lot of the more modern features we have available in AAA titles these days. This is a really good excuse for me to jump in and fully immerse myself into Witcher 3. Like I've played the game before, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I've just never put that 50 to 100 hours into it that you really need to, I think. And this, seeing everything that they're doing here with the remaster, it's looking like a good enough excuse for me to be like, that's it. It's time to like fully experience this game.
No, absolutely. Like visually, like it looks better from what they just enhanced. Like we talk about Crimson Desert getting like 6 months later as an enhancement. I'm like, wait, for what? This one looks like, I'm like, this is a whole new engine. This is outrageous. This looks absolutely amazing. Different new combat, even like movement, traversal, everything. It looks absolutely amazing. And on top of that, everyone who has this, because believe it or not, this game is on the Switch 1 and it was like fully on the card and everything, is getting the Switch 2 upgrade. And on top of that, all for free.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I was literally saying like the DLC, and then on top of that, they have DLC next year. And I was like, this DLC, you better be able to pay for it. And like, I'm like, how are these guys making money? Like, how are you making money? I know this game sold millions and millions of copies, but like, how are you getting this back in a way? Like, come on, I want you, please, I want you to keep doing more. Like, I'm willing to give you money for this DLC or something. But like, if you haven't had a chance to pick up The Witcher 3, this game is always on sale. You probably get this game for like $10 if you wanted to. And then you're getting a free enhancement on September 29th. It's unreal. Like that's
pretty wild.
CD Projekt is like honestly one of the best developers out there.
It's so weird, man. They've screwed the pooch so hard on Cyberpunk 2077's launch.
Yes.
And ever since then, they've been doing nothing but continuing to give back and build up all of the goodwill that they had lost with that launch. And I really do appreciate what they've been doing on a consumer standpoint, providing those DLC expansions for free, and as well, the remaster being a free upgrade if you own the base game.
Yeah.
For the amount that they're putting into that remaster, unheard of. I would have been more than okay in understanding if they were like, it's a $10 upgrade, it's $20 upgrade, right? Yeah. I would have sat here and said, you know what? There's so much they are throwing into this. There's so much that they are improving upon from the original that it just justifies the idea of trying to sell it to me for the extra money. But man, to just give it to me for free is like, what a pro-consumer move. That is so huge. And it's the type of stuff, you know, we talk about GTA, right? And them increasing the price of their game, them, you know, putting the trailers behind this whole Netflix thing, right? We talk about these anti-consumer ideas and the shockwave that can send in the games industry. We talk about the worry of what GTA is doing, what Rockstar is doing, and what that could mean for EA in the future or Ubisoft, right? And how we worry that that's something that could really negatively impact the games industry as a whole. I think and I hope that what CD Projekt Red is doing here and the level of pro-consumer moves that they're making also sends just as much of a positive shockwave, a positive impact across the entire industry, so that all these other publishers and all these other developers are looking and saying, damn, look at how much people love these guys' games. Look at how much they show up day one to pre-order and buy their games. All we got to do is just be for the people the way that they are.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So
no,
I got to give kudos.
100%. And once again, Song of the Past is now available to wishlist for that ahead of its 2027 release. There's like they added skill trees, enhancements, visual performance on platforms. What else? Like even monster enhancements, like to everything. Like that's unheard of. I don't know. Once again, if it was going to cost anything for the DLC. So, but if it's $20, don't complain, folks. You got this whole upgrade for free. Like, come on now. All right.
Yeah.
You can give them $20 for next year or something like that. But like totally
it's
unreal.
A new expansion.
Yeah, it's a whole expansion. Exactly. They added more story. They didn't have to add anything. You know, and this is to like help you carry over to the next upcoming Witcher 4 game. So crazy.
Yeah, like I think if anybody's complaining about that, I think that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. So and I'm just waiting for the comment section of this.
But again, overall, I will say like a pretty meh kind of show. Like I didn't knock my socks off. Didn't have anything that was like that was blowing me away.
Yeah.
There were some good games, right? Like there's stuff that I'm looking forward to. It's just that this definitely didn't hit the way that Summer Game Fest did earlier this year. And it certainly didn't hit the same way that like the Game Awards did last year either. So, you know, but again, it's really hard for me to sit here and say like, oh, Jeff Keighley, you got to step it up for next time. I just think that
I don't think it needs to be 2 hours. Just ditch the gotcha games. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. Just ditch them all.
That's probably the best way to put it. Maybe if this is always going to be the middle child game show, just lean into that and treat it as such. You know, be upfront and honest that it's not going to have the biggest reveals, and then be upfront and honest, like, hey, it's an hour show. We want it to be lean. We want it to be full of reveals, and we don't want there to be too much downtime for the people that are sitting in the audience or watching at home.
Yeah. One guy stood up and left while Jeff was still talking at the end of the show. He's like, all right. And I'm like, where's this guy going? He's probably like, this show's been too long.
That happened last year as well. And it was right before the Game Science reveal, the guys who did Black Myth Wukong.
Yes.
It was right before they were going to reveal their next game. We were all getting up and getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
Because he showed this one game and he didn't kind of tease that there was going to be anything else. So everyone was like, damn, that was a really mediocre end of the show. And he had to call us out. He had to go, hey, I see you all leaving, heading for the door. We got one more thing to show. And I was like, oh shit.
Damn, calling you all out, Caboose.
Really called you out here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Besides that, Caboose, you know, like it's, you know, this was a light week but like, you know, light episode because this Gamescom is such a big deal and everything. So what's going on for you for the rest of the week?
Well, I will be playing Marvel's Wolverine. I can't say anything about it, but that is
there a start menu? Just blink.
Yes, you can press X to start the game. I can confirm that much for you.
Amazing.
I'll be looking into pre-ordering Stage Tour. You know, I'm seeing it on their website, and I don't know if it's like, can I only pre-order from the website? I don't know. We'll talk after the show.
We'll get them. We'll get them, folks.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Playing Wolverine and building up to the reveal. Obviously, again, embargo will be lifting on September 10th. That'll be at 8 a.m. Pacific, which is 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll have lots to talk about, I imagine, once I play through the entire game. So you can keep an eye out again here on Gaming Podcast. We're going to have a lot to talk about on that front. I also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Caboose, where you can see my review go up on that day too. And then I'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/Caboose, Twitter and Instagram @CabooseEK. And then TikTok, finally, Aaron Caboose. That's ErenCaboose.
I know you're doing a lot of Mortal Kombat tournaments. Are you planning on doing anything for Tokon?
So we are looking into Tokon. We're trying to gauge the interest from the community. Right now, I'm in the midst of doing a tournament for Injustice 2. We're reliving some of the older NRS games, and it's been really fun. The last week 2, was incredible. It was some of the best Injustice 2 I have ever watched played at a high level.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend you guys check it out. It'll really show you why that's such a special game and why I'm hoping and I'm praying that NetherRealm's next game is Injustice 3.
Please.
Let it happen. So we got 2 more weeks to go for that. And then we'll look into potentially doing something for Tokon. And that's all on the Twitch page.
I will love a new Injustice 3 game because I love their stories, because like alone. Like I feel like honestly, it's their story is probably sometimes better than most DC movies out there. I'll live on this ship alone. That's fine. You don't have to join in sinking ship.
I mean, the
It's really
Injustice
good
franchise
stories.
as a whole got so big to the point that like that prequel comic, it garnered a fan base of its own. You know,
Absolutely.
like it became like a huge deal.
Yeah. Didn't they have like an animated movie of it too or something?
Yeah, we don't talk about that though.
Oh yeah, it's my bad. If you want to also mention, are you doing anything for the Netflix thing on Thursday?
I will be watching. I will be watching,
right.
and I will be covering it as best as I can. I don't know how we're going to be able to cover it, or if we're just going to all have to wait until it all ends up on YouTube at around 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I think we can just recap
in.
it if anything. So
yeah,
on this
and then hey,
there.
if you for any of our listeners, obviously, if you guys are going to Fan Expo Canada this upcoming weekend, we'll be there. So if you see any of us, please say hi. We're really looking forward to the show. It's one of my favorite parts of the year.
Absolutely, that's going on for me this week as well, and on top of that, just catching up on some games and some reviews that are coming up as well. That we can't announce one. I can't announce one yet until some September. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let us know how you liked Gamescom down below. I'd love to know your thoughts, and we'll check you out on the next episode. Take care, everyone.